NFL draft and free agency are on the horizon. From the NFL Scouting Combine in Indianapolis, I'm Dani Sureck, sitting down with head coach Jonathan Gannon. Coach, now that you've had time to evaluate the 2024 season, digest it a bit, a season where you doubled your win total, led the division at one point, what are your biggest takeaways from the 2024 season?
Yeah, we did a lot of good things and a lot of things that we need to improve on, probably like everybody. But it kind of seems it's the same recipe going into the offseason. But I feel really good about where we're at and what we need to do to improve to win more, So it's going to take a lot of hard work from everybody, but I think we're on the right path.
You said right after the season ended, this team was on the right path. What are those improvements you want to see as focal points this offseason to extend that play into the postseason?
Yeah, I think it's, it sounds so vanilla, Dani, but I think it's, we got to coach a little bit better. We got to tweak some things. We got to study some things a little bit more and make some improvements there. And then with our players, the game is about developing your players, and get those guys to hit their ceiling and play to where the level that they can play at. So it's consistency with that, and we got to do it together. But I really love where we're at right now. Obviously, not getting to play, earn the right to play in January stings a little bit, but I do think we're on the right path, and I think it's very clear what we need to do to improve too to help us get where we want to go.
The offensive line was productive. Seventh best run game, blocked for a 1,000-yard rusher, and James Conner allowed the 5th fewest sacks in the league. There's some pending free agents who are starters. What's the most crucial detail to maintaining that success consistently if there is turnover?
Yeah, I think if there is turnover, it's those guys as a unit playing, alongside each other. I think that's a legitimate thing when you're talking about the offensive line. But I like the pieces that we have, and if or when we add some pieces, they'll get acclimated into how we do things and hopefully up our production even more.
Pass game was more middle of the pack, and you've been very adamant about how Kyler Murray has a very high ceiling. Year 7, what can the quarterback showcase that can in turn boost the passing game?
Yeah, I think just his overall game, and the consistency of doing the right thing all the time and doing what he can do. He's an accurate passer, very quick decision maker. He's got great command. Obviously, extension, you talked about it. The O-line protected him well, but when he can get you out of trouble a little bit, which is real. So he goes into that stat too, I think. But yeah, I'm looking forward to him going into year 3 now, but really, year 2.5, when we first got here, he wasn't playing. But excited the goals that he set out for himself and what he's doing right now currently as we speak to get there.
Something he's doing right now as we speak is working out with his receivers.
Yes.
What do you want to see in year 2 from Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Yeah, I think just continue to ascend and be a playmaker for us. We're really happy where he's at with his game. But obviously, if you talk to him or you talk to Kyler or you talk to Drew, we want a little bit better production out of that, the whole outfit going on, So. And I think we can get there. I really do.
Your defense was one of the best at keeping opponents out of the end zone second half of the season. A league low, just 10 passing touchdowns allowed in the final 11 games. That's your baby, that position group that you have a lot of love for, a lot of experience coaching. What are you challenging your DBs with this offseason?
Yeah, I think point of attack plays. I always look at when the ball comes to you, do you make the play? And if everybody ups their point of attack, that we should play better defense, and that goes hand in hand with the rush, so I understand that, but really excited about, the group of DBs that we have with a mixture of young guys and some vets and some third, second-year guys now coming, the flexibility and the versatility that those guys can play with, that's a positive, and then also too, going into year 3 now, not year 3 for everybody, but a couple guys, JT and Buddha, just the continuity of what we're doing, because we'll make some tweaks, but they kind of know what needs to get done with each call now and how we want to play and how we want to attack people, the tools that we have at our disposal. So I really think it's like next level learning for that group, and Nick and PT and Smitty have done a great job with those guys. Really like where that room is trending.
It's a marriage, the rush and coverage.
Yeah.
So if you're happy with the coverage, what do you want to see improvement-wise from the pass rush?
Yeah, as always, we got to be more disruptive and affect the passer better, and that's collectively. That's how we set it up. That's winning one-on-ones for those guys, and then also just like the O-line, the continuity of what guys are doing, because they're not separate contractors, so they're all in there playing together, and it matters what each guy is doing, how it syncs up as a whole defense. So I feel really good about our path there, but we got to go do it. We got to get on the grass and go do it.
You added a handful of new faces to your coaching staff in different position rooms. How do they pay your price of admission?
Yeah, they got character and capacity. I think just, I'm really excited about the new guys, all of them. I think they bring different experiences, different schools of thought, different ways to do things, but what the price of admission is, they're all about serving the players. And they're team guys, so check your ego at the door and do your job at the highest level you can do it, ultimately for the players so they can hit their ceiling, and really excited about those guys.
JG, appreciate the time.
Thank you
Have
so
fun
much,
here at the
Dani.
Scouting Combine.
Okay.
For more coverage all week, stay locked in on azcardinals.com. For Jonathan Gannon, I'm Dani Sureck. Thanks so much for tuning in.